Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll be talking about how to generate statutory reports from the Jada application. So to generate your monthly statutory reports or even the annual ones, you come to payroll and then click on payroll processing. So under payroll processing, we'll scroll down to payroll reports, and under payroll reports, we have the statutory section. So you click on the statutory section and now you're able to get to the section whereby we have both the monthly reports and the annual statutory reports. So under monthly reports, we usually have the net pay reports, meter reports, pay reports, NHIF, NSSF, pay summary, and help. Then under the annual reports, we usually have the P9, and mostly we usually just use the P9A form, which we shall get to. But as for now, we'll start with the monthly statutory reports. And for the purpose of this video, we'll just mostly be tackling the PAYE, NHIF, NSSF, and help reports. So to start off, we can start off with the PAYE report. So currently the system as it is now is currently in May. So when you come to period, you'll see that it automatically picks the current period it is in, which is April in this case. But if you want to choose for a different period, you can always come and select it here. But in our case, since we want April, we'll click on 4. Then we'll come and select employee details. So as you can see already, the application has already populated the pay details needed for the report. So once you confirm that everything is okay, you can now export it to CSV, whereby it will now download the report to your computer. To show you how the report looks like once it's downloaded, we just share that. So this is the pay report once it's downloaded. This report is in line with what is needed to import onto the KRA return form. So you don't even need to make any change. As long as you've confirmed that all the details are in order, you're good to go. You just have to import it to the form, validate, then validate now the generated form to iTax. So as you can see, the form contains the PIN of your team members, their names, their pay, their amounts, and things like that, to the last column, which contains now their pay amounts to be paid. So that's how you generate the pay reports. So the next one we can go on to is how to generate the NHIF report. We can now go back to the application. So just go back to now when we select NHIF. So under the NHIF report, still the same thing. When you're generating a report, it's always important to select the period, since it has the application based on how many times you've used it or how many times you've processed your payroll. It has the reports for all the months you've processed. So in our case, we still want the NHIF report for April. So we'll select April and click on search. So it now populates the NHIF report. So as you can see from this report, the top section contains the employer details, which are the NHIF employer code, the employer name, and the month of contribution. So it's very important that before you generate your statutory reports is that you put in your various company statutory details. And you do that by going back to the payroll processing section. And on the top section, we have payroll processing setup. So you come and select statutory. And here is whereby you're able to click on edit and put in your NSSF number, NHIF number, help number, and also work days. Work days are technically how many days constitute a work week in your organization. It's important to put that since it may be used in another report. So this is where you put in your company statutory details. So now to go back to the NHIF report, April. Yes, so once we confirm that the details are okay, the payroll numbers are okay, the names, the amounts, and all that, we now send to Excel, whereby you now download the form to your computer. So to show you how it looks downloaded, here. So this is the downloaded NHIF report. It actually looks the same as you've seen on the application. So it contains all the details needed. So all you have to do is once you've saved it, you just now log into your employer, NHIF employer portal, you log in, then you import this file, validate and make sure everything is okay. And now you're able to generate a payment order to pay for the NHIF. Straightforward, you don't have to make any changes. If you feel that some details are incorrect, you have to go now back to the application and change whatever may be incorrect. Maybe if it's the employer name, and the employee name or the ID or the amount, you can make that change. So now the next thing is the NSSF. Technically, it's almost the same thing. Let me share that. Go back. Still the same thing with NSSF. You select the period that you want. Since in April, it automatically picks April, and then it populates the details, as you can see. So all you have to do is send to Excel and it downloads to your device. I can show you the NSSF one. So this is now the NSSF report. It contains all the details needed for the NSSF. It has the payroll numbers, the names of the team, the ID number, the carrier PIN, NSSF number, and gross pay. The voluntary column is usually left blank. So since on the NSSF portal, you automatically choose the rates that are applicable to your company, be it the old rates or the new rates. Since they are standard, you don't really have to, they're not really shown on the report, since now the system on NSSF counts based on the number of employees you have. So this is the NSSF report, still the same thing. It is in line with what is needed on NSSF employer portals. All you have to do is just upload it there and you can continue with the process from there. Same thing with now also help. Can now share help. Same thing with help. It has already picked April since we're currently in April. So you'll see the details, you'll see the names of the employees with help, their ID numbers, the staff number, the amount. This is in line. Actually, how the report appears here is how the report will download. So it is already in line with what is needed on the help portal. So all you have to do is export to CSV, whereby it now downloads to your device. Then it will look something like this. So as you can see, it's generally how it looks on the application. So once you confirm that everything is okay, you can now upload it now to the help employer portal and be able to generate your e-slip so that you can make the payment. So those are the major monthly reports, monthly statutory reports from the application. So maybe we can also talk about the annual report. For the annual report, we usually have one, which is the P9, and it's usually this P9A, which is usually active. So once you want to generate P9 reports for your team, you can do that by coming here, clicking on P9A. So here you get to select the period you want. So in this case, maybe we want P9s for 2022. You can select there. The employee number, you select the employee number and click on search. So by searching, the application now starts populating a P9 form so that you can view it before you print it out. So as you can see, it has populated it. It contains the employer name, the employee's name, the employer PIN, and also the employee's PIN, and also their details. For this purpose, we only had transactions for April for Miriam. So it will only show the transactions for April, that is her basic pay, her gross pay, her contributions, chargeable pay. Maybe you can scroll to the end and all that. So you're able to see that. So once you confirm that everything is in order, you're able now to print the report. You can either print it as an Excel or print it as a PDF so that you can share it to your team on email. So maybe I can give an example of how it looks as a PDF. So this is how it looks as a PDF. technically the same thing as you'll see it on the application. So with this, you're now able to save it also for your records and also now share with your team. So that is it for how to generate statutory reports from the Jada application. In case you have any questions, feel free to always reach out to the support team. They'll always be willing to assist. And in the case that maybe you have a different statutory report that you usually generate, but it's not on the application, you can always reach out and share with us a template of that statutory, and we can have it added for you on the application so that you can easily now just generate it from the application once you do your payroll processing, and you're able now to just import it to the various statutory bodies. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope this was helpful. I wish you all a lovely day. Thank you so much.